Hello and welcome to the Hidden Secrets Podcast. I'm your host, Derek Wiley, and I am thrilled to have with me today here on our interview session the wonderful Alexandra Lamour. Hey, Alexandra Lamour.
Good
Who's
evening,
here?
Derek. How are you?
I am good. I am good. I am so thrilled to have you with us this evening to talk about your new release, your latest release. It is called The Lone Kept Secrets, Enter the World of Romance, and romance is in it from the beginning right to the end. I'm looking forward to this time of us talking about this book and learning more about you and how you've crafted and fashioned this book. Let's just start off learning about you. What is your background before you did this book? How did you get the inspiration to write in the first place?
Well, I'm an English major in school. I completed my bachelor's in English, and I also did an education degree, a bachelor's in education. And later on, I did a master's. I had a passion for reading novels,
Mhm,
and one of the genre periods was the 19th century. So
mhm,
that's why I ended up doing a historical romance. Love 19th century British novels.
mhm,
This particular period had fascinated me. I love the old-fashioned romance.
mhm.
So I thought, let me make the characters a little interesting so that today's women could
Uh-huh.
relate to her. And I chose very strong-willed characters. So there's a touch of modern feminism in it.
Yes.
And you did ask me who inspired me. When I completed reading Margaret Mitchell's Gone with the Wind, I was blown
Mhm.
away. I
Yes.
thought her story was phenomenal. It took place during the Civil War.
Mhm.
Loved her style of writing. And I must say that she was probably the biggest influence. And
Okay.
I went to paper and pen. I actually did it in a little folder and I started to write. And next thing I knew, I had the prologue done, would put the book away, would work on it a bit. And then in time, eventually, The Long Kept Secret came to be.
And The Lone Kept Secret, the title in itself, how did you come up with that?
Well, I wanted a romantic story with a little bit of romance.
Yes.
And when I first started to write, I really didn't have the title. The title came as the novel progressed. It's interesting. Different characters came in and the plot would do these twists and turns. And then when I got halfway, I stopped and I thought, this is going to be a secret, a really big secret. So a hidden secret. And I didn't want the title hidden. So I played with the word hidden. I came up with the word long kept secret.
Okay, wonderful. And it is definitely, I must say, it is appropriately titled, as you all will see. Once you get your hands on the book, you'll understand why. Another interesting thing about this book, I had a privilege to read this from beginning to end, is the historical background. The historical background, of course, here in the United States, part of it sits in the Civil War. Over in Europe, we have the Victorian era. Both of these are unique as a wonderful setting and a wonderful backdrop to this book. Tell us why choose the Civil War? Why go Victorian?
Well, again, Margaret Mitchell's book had influenced me.
Hmm.
And she wrote during the Civil War, but I did not get into the intensity that she did. I just touched on it and I moved forward. Mine is really post Reconstruction, post Civil War. So this era shaped the United States.
Hmm.
It's one of the most fascinating eras, and it was vital to American history because so many changes took place in the United States.
Yes,
As for the Victorian era, I was infatuated. I was really mesmerized by the Victorian writers.
hmm.
A lot of the Victorian writers were strong-willed women,
Hmm.
independent, seeking to overcome a lot of the obstacles. They refused to be submissive to the male gender. So I created strong-willed women from a Victoria era, and the strongest one in the story is Susanna, but also I did research on Queen Victoria, who I mentioned in the story, because it is the Victorian era as well. She was a very strong-willed woman,
Yes,
and
yes, it was.
yeah, and she was highly revered by
Uh,
her people and had done amazing things to Great Britain at that time, such as the progress that took place had altered Great Britain's history because of Queen Victoria.
Awesome. And you got into the characters a little bit there. That is definitely also an inspiration for you to develop the characters. How did you come up with the characters? They are so unique. They have such a personality from the beginning to end as they go through at the beginning of the story, through the middle, and then through the end. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to give anything away. I have to catch myself. It's that good. But how did you come up with shaping these characters for this book?
Well, I wanted to make the women well educated, even though they did not go into an actual school. That was uncommon during that particular era. They were tutored at home if they had money, if they came from wealth, which the two main females do. So they have a very good education in their home environment. And I created two sisters. I don't want to get into the
Mhm.
story, who are strong-willed, and there's a strong bond. And I also created two women because I myself am very romantic. And I think those that have seen me on social media, I put a lot of love songs, romance songs, and pictures, romantic pictures. I had to create two romantic men.
Mhm.
And of course, they're the dreamy kind of uh, males that any woman would want to be with.
Mhm.
So the two males that these two women are involved with, they just stemmed out of the women. The women were looking for love, and these men were just perfect for them.
Nice, wonderful, wonderful. The book has so many twists and turns and is so uniquely crafted among the historical backgrounds. Um, you see love, you see pain, you see joy, you see so many different things. You see the characters grow from one position to another. At the end of this, when the reader reads that last word of the book, what do you want them to get out of this at the end of the day?
I want them to see that in spite of all the obstacles
Mhm.
and changes that the main character, Susanna, went through, she had become a new person, and that it's not impossible to change along the way. So she is going through, unknowingly, through a spiritual change. And at the very end, I want the reader to applaud her. I want them to be happy with who she has become because of everything that she had undergone.
Mhm.
She became a complete person. And I use the word complete.
Mhm.
She felt complete at the end.
Awesome. That's really, really good. All right. Of course, people are going to want to know how to contact you, where to go to get more information about this book.
Well, I do have a website that my publishing company created. It's alexandralamour.com. There's an overview of the book. You can read the synopsis. You can read a bit about the author.
Mhm.
You can purchase the book. You click on a site, you go on into immediately go in to make a purchase. It also has a blog, and as a matter of fact, today I created the first blog. So
Mhm.
hopefully my readers will interact. The topic is true love. You know, does true love exist? And if so, I'd like you to share your experiences about true love. So the blog is there as well, and there's the ability to email me anytime, and I do check every morning my emails, and I'm happy to answer back if there are any questions pertaining to it.
Okay. And of course, the big question, how do we buy this book? Where do we go?
Well, you can purchase it on my website, or There are many, many websites. My main base is Amazon, but that's not the only place to purchase it, because if you're not an Amazon member, you know, you can go elsewhere, or you can go in as a guest for Amazon. It's on the big guys. It's on Barnes and Noble. It's at Author House, which is my publishing company. There are multiple sites. You would just Google The Long Kept Secret, Alexandra Lamour. I did it a couple days ago and I was shocked at how many sites now carry my book.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So everyone, we have Miss Alexandra Lamour. She is with us talking about her latest release, The Long Kept Secret, Enter the World of Romance. And I know you've already fielded some questions regarding a possible sequel. Is that right?
I have had many emails come to me requesting for a part 2. There is a slight cliffhanger, and the readers fell in love with the main characters. So I have created an outline already. I probably will start this very soon, of The Long Kept Secret Part 2. And I look forward to writing that. I can't tell you what it's about yet. I'm just taking notes and, you know, writing here and there ideas, but hopefully it'll turn out as well.
All right. Well, everybody, you heard it here first. There is a sequel coming up, but you first got to buy the first book to understand what's going to be coming up in the future. That is, again, The Long Kept Secret, Enter the World of Romance, written by our author here, Miss Alexandra Lamour. Check it out. You can check out our website. Get it on Amazon. There's other areas. And you're also on social media. Tell us about some of the other platforms you're on.
Yes, I am on Facebook regularly. I have quite a few followers. I'm on Instagram and I'm on TikTok.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so, so much again, Miss Lamour. Thank you for your time. Now we have a job to do. We've got to go out and get the book. You go out and get the book, The Long Kept Secret, Enter the World of Romance by Miss Alexandra Lamour. Thank you so much for your time, and we'll see you between the pages.
Thank you, Derek.